So with everything that's going on around us in today's world, we're going through a pandemic, we're not working so much with people, we are working more remote, we are not socially engaged as we used to. There's a lot more entitlement going on, both politically and economically. It tends to have a greater impact on the youth of our society than it does the adults. And I want us that's watching this video to be keenly aware of the challenges that our youth that they go through. The driver behind this week's video is where my mind has been consistently for the last 2 days, and that is that in the small community where I reside and where Shondell and I live, in our community of 60 or 70,000 people, and even the community that we live in outside of that is probably 300 people, but where we go and do our shopping and do a lot of our commerce is about 60,000 people. There was a 12-year-old boy last week that took his sweater and ended up hanging himself, took his own life, because not of the pressures, but because of all of the semantics that people have to build themselves up when they hunker down, and they build themselves up by putting others down. And this kid left a note, and he was bullied by 3 other kids in his school, so he didn't feel good going to the cafeteria. He was afraid to go to eat lunch. He was afraid to go to recess during school. He was afraid to even go into the school alone. He was afraid to walk home, afraid to get on the bus, afraid of all circumstances in his life due to kids in his school, and he ended up thinking that life was not worth it, and he took his own life. I am asking all of you that are watching this to not assume that all of your kids are doing okay, both on the suicidal front and the entitlement or the bully front, and that we educate our kids that during times like these where the world is changing and things are happening all around us and we don't, even ourselves, we don't fully comprehend what's happening, that we have those critical conversations, those deep conversations with our family, with our work family, with our crews, with our siblings, with our children, to let them know the value that they have and what they can do to also get through some of these challenging times. And that is encourage, bolster up, lift up, be kind, say kind words. I am guilty myself of having negative thoughts and feeling that hunkered downness and that weight bearing on my shoulders. And it's not a fun place to be in, especially when you're engaged in conversations that don't build other people up, but rather are negative conversations regarding others. I just can't sleep well at night when I've been involved in a conversation like that. It doesn't make me feel any better. It might for the immediate moment when you feel like you've got a team around you that's bolstering you up, but at the end of the day, when the conversation was negative, there's no fulfillment for there. So let's do what we can to talk positive about other people, be encouraging, and today, if you do one thing, had that conversation via text, via phone call, via in person with someone in your family, someone on your crew, someone in the plant, someone out in the field, to let them know the value that they have.